Hey, it's Phil Nelson here. I'm at a secret, undisclosed location, and we're about to fire a cannon. Hopefully no one's skiing by or jet skiing by as this cannon goes off, but at least it's near 4th of July, so they'll just think it's fireworks and not necessarily a cannon. So watch this as we light this bad boy. Fire in the hole! So this is the American Cannon's cannon, and we just shot it, so for safety we want to wait about 3 minutes for it to cool down so we don't blow our hands off. That's always frowned upon. But you'll see it's on a really cool shock mounted stand, and it's pretty unbelievable. The shock wave we just heard was spectacular, way better than any firework you could ever dream of buying. So when we're getting ready to fire the cannon, the first thing we need to do is clean it out, make sure that it is nice and clean and ready for the next shot. So let's take it off the stand. All right, and so the first thing we're going to do is we got a brush to clean out the carbon and the embers. Last thing we want to do is put live black powder in there when there's something fiery down in the chamber. That's a nice way to lose a hand. After scrubbing it, we're going to tap it out and we'll see how much debris comes out of the cannon. We don't want that in there. So we're going to do that 3 times. The rule is 3 minutes to cool down and then 3 scrubs. Now that we have a clean cannon barrel, it's time to prepare the load for the next shot. And we're not shooting anything. These can shoot a golf ball, but we're actually just going to shoot bread and make a really loud noise. So we start off with a piece of tin foil, and the first thing we want to do is create a little cup the size of a shot glass, and this is actually going to be our powder cartridge. And you know, if you're just learning, you can use a real shot glass to form it, but once you've done a few, you kind of get an idea. Then we dump our black powder, and warning, this is a high explosive, so be careful. So we fill up our little shot glass size cup. You don't want it to be too wide. You want it to be nice and thin so that it'll fit down the barrel. So now we're going to place our cartridge in the barrel of the cannon, and using the ramrod, isn't that what that's called? We tap it down so you can feel it packed down pretty tight down in the cannon. And one good rule of thumb, pun intended, is to not put your thumb over the end of the ramrod. You actually want to hold your hand up so that your thumb is up, so if something does happen, it doesn't take off your thumb. So we pack that down in. And now it's time to put the bread in. So we take 2 slices of bread just to create some pressure. Drop it down in and tap it. And this is another way to feed the ducks. Ducks love bread, and so we're just doing a favor to the ducks by including bread. Now it's time to put the cannon onto the stand, and we take the lock washers to lock it into place so that the cannon doesn't jump off the stand. Now we need to put a hole into the foil using the pick into the fuse hole, and you push it all the way down and you'll feel it puncture the foil, and now we just insert the fuse. And you'll actually you can tell when the fuse has made it into the black powder. It's kind of tight and feels a little rough. So now we're ready to fire. Here we go, guys.